One part is for Schrodinger's Box as a video response for his Garage Tools Tips and Hacks video, which he wants responses back for things that can make your life in your garage easier. So I'll cover some of the things that I do in order to make my life easier. And number 2 is going to be for South Main Auto. And if you guys haven't checked out South Main Auto yet, do that. South Main Auto is a professional mechanic who films videos in his professional garage workshop as he works. It's not just like a one car, one shot deal, you know, like I'm working on. He does many different vehicles in a real world technician slash mechanic setting. Comes across a lot of great stuff. There are other channels out there that do things like he does, such as James Danner, which is Scanner Danner's brother. Very similar kind of thing, except South Main Auto's channel has a lot better production value. He's got, you know, much better lighting. You can see everything he's doing. He explains everything in a very concise way, whereas James Danner is, you know, like kind of working in a cave back there with not very good lighting, and he skips and goes from place to place. But James Danner is a fantastic technician. He might be a master tech, I have no idea, but James Danner, not taking anything away from him, he's awesome. There's a lot of guys that make YouTube videos, and we all kind of subscribe to each other and talk to each other. So besides our normal viewers, you know, that might not even do anything with cars or whatever, and you're just kind of looking and being entertained with what we do, we also subscribe to each other's channels and we check out the video quality. So obviously I have a tripod here, so we do a little bit of videography. We combine videography and DIY or auto repair together. So we have two hobbies, two disciplines that we combine together. So for the first thing I'm going to show you is, this is for Schrodinger's Box. If you have a chance, pick up a Mastech MS8268. So let's go to amperage. And if you notice, it blinks. So there's no way that you can get these leads wrong. And you can only get this kind of feature on some of the higher end multimeters. This way, this is dummy proof, and it's perfect for me because I'm a dummy when it comes to electronics, and this way you don't have to worry about wrapping a rubber band around here as a reminder. There's your reminder right there. That's my garage tip number 1. Get a better multimeter, that way you don't have to worry about rubber band. Number 2 for my garage hacks for Schrodinger's Box is, as I made a post, this is a metal sheet. This is the very first thing I did when I got my garage, other than I put my shelf up. Then I went and got a 2-foot by 2-foot sheet of metal from Ace Hardware, and this is known as a welding sheet, I believe. I still have the sticker up here. 24-inch by 24-inch weld sheet. Screwed that into the wall, 4 corners. This is magnetized board, so if at any time I need to take this off, I can just take that off, set it down, and then put it right back up there. I'm not worried about how that looks. I don't care. It's functional. And I also have magnetic flashlight. That sticks right there. And this actually has magnetic strip on the back of here. So in the event that I have to go up to the parts store, I'll just write something down there, rip the sheet off, take the sheet with me to the parts store. So that's my garage hack, is get a magnetic sheet, and I got that before Eric the Car Guy actually did his really neat video on his magnetic sheet, which is a very professional version of what I've done here. So that's my garage tips and hacks for Schrodinger's Box. Now on to the second part of the video, which is videography tips for South Main Auto. Now I know South Main Auto, you have a tripod. As anyone that's into automotive repair videos should have a tripod. And you'll notice that I do a lot of my videos here on the bench, and when I first started out, attaching this on the tripod and then kind of doing something like this and setting it up just right so that you can't really see the feet, but you can always kind of see the shadows of the feet. So I was like, I need to come up with something better. So what I did was I went out and I got this little Gorilla Pod. Now this might be too small for a Sony Handycam style. I have a pocket recorder, which is basically the size of an iPhone kind of thing. It's a dedicated pocket recorder, HD, 720 resolution at 60 frames a second. So it's on par with the GoPro, but it was only $100. Did my research. In case you're wondering, it's called a Kodak PlaySport ZX5, which is no longer made because Kodak ran out of business. Anyway, this is called a Gorilla Pod, and what I do here, sets up like that. because I want to have it weighted down. So I put it underneath of my box of gloves, kind of like that. And then I'll just do something like that, right? Then I'll take this and attach it straight to the mount, and through the magic of video editing, I will invert the picture. So this is how it's usually set, and then I will invert the picture so that it looks like you are actually my head, and you see the same exact thing that I see. So that's a tip for if you're doing overhead style videos such as this, as a really easy way to get it inverted and get the view right. That way, and without messing with something like this. Now, if you have a Sony Handycam, you might want to go with something a little heavier duty. And I got this entire thing for like 12 bucks off of eBay. And this is actually a suction mount, so I use this when I go driving. I have put my old Sony Handycam on here, but it fell off because the suction just isn't really that good. The Sony Handycam is like right on the edge of being too heavy. With my little pocket recorder, iPhone style pocket recorder, this thing is going nowhere. I would put this on the outside of my car with the pocket recorder. If you do something like that, make sure that you put some string or a safety wire just in case this mount does fall off the exterior of a vehicle. So those are some tips and tricks, garage hacks and videography for the YouTube automotive repair community. Just some things that I've learned along the way to make my life a little easier, and hopefully you, and improve our video quality. There you go. Hope everybody has enjoyed that one. Cool.